what you have to do with any employee coming in, but particularly people with disabilities, is to find out as much as you can without invading privacy or enforcing disclosure. But actually just working with the individual to see, are there things we need to do? Are there accommodations we need to make? Are there barriers or problems that this building is creating for you in particular? And if there are, can we change those? And in every instance, with a little bit of effort, a little bit of ingenuity, we've been able to overcome everything, and it's not an issue going forward.
Disclosure is really whether or not somebody tells you they have a disability. And I think when we think about disability, we think about disability primarily as something that we see. The wheelchair user, the wheelchair parking spot, the crutches, the walking frame, all those kinds of visual things that we see. Whereas most disabilities that you'll come across are actually hidden. So there are lots and lots of employees out there, or potential employees, who have disabilities who will never disclose. They will never tell you they have a disability. They will go into the job and they will do the job, good or bad or indifferent.
We would have in the past felt that we needed to understand, and we needed employees who had disabilities to disclose, but in actual fact, when we got involved, we realised that disclosure isn't really that significant. If the disability doesn't affect the job or the ability of the employee to do the job, then perhaps it's irrelevant.
When we think about accommodations, we think about somebody who's a wheelchair user. Maybe a lower desk or a bigger space or a car parking space, with a wheelchair symbol on it. That would be kind of considered to be a reasonable accommodation.
A deaf person, for example, may need a sign language interpreter during an interview, or at other occasions such as a very busy meeting where they may not be able to lip read. Other common accommodations would be things like maybe giving a person a little bit of extra support where they're facing a new task. For example, somebody going into a new job or getting promotion may have different type of paperwork to complete. A person with dyslexia may need an extra bit of support in somebody going over that paperwork with them, or to have more templated paperwork, so documents could be put on templates, so they would just have to overlearn them.
What I would say to other employers is the barriers are often perceived barriers when you're thinking about people with disability. I think it's like all recruitment process, you must go into it in detail and try and create a fairness of opportunity for people. That's in the interests of your organisation.
I would definitely recommend the WAM programme to other employers. It's a safe environment, you can share ideas, you can learn from other employers, and it's a great opportunity to give you access to a wider pool of talent that you may have not realised is available out there.
I think to keep an open mind, to treat people the same. Once you give an opportunity to people and you are willing to provide the accommodation that's needed, my advice and our experience in the civil service is that it can work out very positively for the organisation, and that the learning from that particular experience kind of benefits for a whole range of different diversity issues within organisations.
All I would add is that we've been delighted to be involved with the programme. Certainly I woke up one day with a serious disability, and this company gave me a great opportunity and a great start. I'm glad to think I repaid it, and now I'm very happy that Savills HOK is repaying that for other people and offering opportunity.
I think it's a good news story in terms of the inclusion of people with disabilities in higher education and further education. The numbers of students and children with disabilities coming up through the education system is increasing year on year as the supports in the education systems increase. For example, this year there was 7,000 students looked for accommodations in the Leaving Cert. And those 7,000 are going to be looking to either go on to higher education, go on to further education, or go directly into employment.
They have a degree and they have things to offer, and they can only add to the mix in the workplace.
The mentoring, the tool that we believe will get the best out of everybody in the workplace. And that is the aim of WAM, to get the best out of your staff right across the board, and that will be the best thing for your company.